News.
Oh, let's get to fucking Hasbro. Let's go.
I'm
writing to Hasbro and see if they'll do a masterpiece Alpha Bravo.
That would be awesome.
Man,
Then y'all will
I
shit
wish
y'all
they
fucking
would.
minds.
I
You will
wish
shit
they
your
would.
mind.
I actually wish they would do a Masterpiece Superion and have Alpha Bravo as a limb. Then, of course, like the American version would have Slingshot, but whatever.
SCU. You are now listening to Shattercast Uncut. Prepare to be shattered with your hosts, Matt Baldwin, Skullface, Greg for Mercy, Oscar NJ Boy, T2RX6, Mega 81. Welcome to Shattercast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shattercast Uncut, episode 55. We are 55. We've moved out of our trailer, and meth was a bust, and frankly, we got into the business of restoring old little rascals, the ghost scooters. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso, and as always, joining me are members of the Sinister Six. So let's go ahead and get things off to a good start. Remember, Shadowcast Uncut is your favorite podcast. So, of course, joining me first is everyone's favorite love child of Dennis Miller and Louis C.K., Mr. Bobby Skullface.
What's up, everybody? I want to thank everybody that sent thoughts and prayers to my guy. I buried him today, so it is appreciated, and we will move on. But thank you all. It is greatly appreciated.
Alrighty, and after that, we have our very good friend, the champion at Hasbro, the one that's going to sit there and try to show you everything positive there is about any Hasbro release ever made, ever. Everyone's favorite, lovable, huggable bear, Mr. Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Hell KFC.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Fuck KFC.
All right.
All right.
And speaking of voices that sound like creamy vanilla pudding, he's everyone's favorite girl banging, mother stealing, or vice versa, whatever kind of lifestyle you live in. The one, the only Mr. Mega 81 Antoine Lewis.
What's going on, people? How you doing?
All right, sounded good. And of course, this next gentleman is everyone's favorite engineer. He is the smartest man on YouTube and slowly losing a little bit of reputability as every episode creeps along this podcast. And he's one freak accident away from turning into a supervillain. The one, the only Mr. T2RX6, Justin.
I wanted to go first simply so I could say I am the one that scoots, but never mind.
And, of course, everyone's favorite lovable internet troll, and hopefully he's done getting his drink by this time. He's your friend and mine, the one and only Mr. Greg for Mercy.
Motherfucker, I said don't say me to last. Goddamn, I want to go first. And fixing little rascals is or restoring little rascals is a odd way of saying trolling playgrounds. Damn, I got a stutter going on. I think this shit's fucking starting to affect my brain.
Go full tard.
Well, all right,
Think
so...
that KFC paint.
You went full retard. Never go full retard. So, speaking of which, did anybody get anything this week, Mr. Justin?
Nope.
All right, moving on. Antoine, did you get anything this week?
Nope.
Antoine?
Shut
And we lost Antoine. Skullface, you get anything this week?
Since I was last on, I got some shit. I'm trying to remember. I got the Unique Toys Troll and Albrecht. I finally fucking caved because I'm weak.
I was so shocked to see that. I was like, what?
I know.
What?
I was half ashamed.
What?
I could.
Wait.
Justin, I couldn't tell you to your face.
I figured as much. I was like,
You
oh
know
my
why he
god.
got that shit? He's
Justin.
fucking money bags. That's why. He had nothing else to buy. He's like, shit, I got to find something to buy.
Stop it.
Justin, this is the guy who gets every KFC tape, and you're surprised you got like a decent step.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah. I gotta have that KFC taste.
That's a good point. That's a fair point. I'll go ahead and accept that charge, officer. But I got MP. I got the MP11 Skywarp and Starscream. My Starscream actually came a little loosey goosey. Had to take some pliers to that unit, but she's good to go now.
That sucks.
And, I don't know what the fuck. A Red Cross, the Prometheus, which every fucking nerd in the goddamn universe wants to educate me on a fucking ambulance, and like I am LOL. Listen to me. I hope that one of you fucking jack-offs is listening. I am fucking, every time you write how much of I don't know shit about ambulances, I'm sitting back and I'm opening it up and I am getting my fucking lulls on. My lulls, and what's the other one, Oscar?
Mayo.
LeMayo's. My lulls and LeMayo's. I'm fucking laughing at you because I know a little bit more than I let on about that shit. And here's another thing, okay? If you live in a fucking stop. If you live in a fucking country, okay, and I'm not here to judge. I mean, I'm a home team player, so I'm for America, obviously. But if you live in a fucking country,
Sure.
you're a fucking citizen has to read the word ambulance backward in a rear view mirror to know what a fucking white truck with red and white flashing lights is, you're a fucking moron. You need to stop worrying about spelling shit on your apparatus and start worrying about your fucking educational system because it's fucked up.
Good night, folks.
That is shattercastonline@gmail.com. Please put attention to Skullface in the subject matter because he called you illiterate. Antoine, we lost you earlier. Did you get anything this week?
Oh yeah. Well, not Transformer related though.
Nope.
It's
We
different
want to
show
know that
there.
shit then, man.
well, fuck you. No, okay.
Save that shit for
What'd you get, Antoine?
What'd you get?
Yeah, I got a Bill Fighters Gundam kit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Fuck you. No, kidding. Go ahead.
So, Greg, did you get anything this week?
How dare you?
Oscar, let me tell you what I went through this week. So I finally bit the bullet and said I sold a bunch of shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get
You did not.
I'm gonna get shut the fuck up, Chip. I said I'm gonna get that oh, I can't remember what it's called, that Microblaze Creations Onslaught, right? I'm gonna get myself all worked up. I'm like, man, that's alright. I love that video game. That's my favorite part. And I'm like, I'm gonna check it out. So I got the Platinum Edition set on the way, had it on the way. I'm like, I'm gonna get that bot. And then I got my Platinum figures before I got the bot. I was like, fuck. So I'm setting them up. I'm like, man, this thing's a piece of shit. And like, I'm going through all this fucking, like, all that shit again. You know what I mean? Like, we already went through it like 2 years ago, and I'm going through it again. I got the shakes. I'm sweating. I'm like fucking trying to cover the shit up with pillows. I'm like, what the fuck? So then I get that bot, and I'm not home. I had to wait till like 10 o'clock at night to get it. And I'm like, fuck, I hope somebody didn't steal it from my doorstep. Fuck. I get home, open it up. Thing's a piece of shit. I go to bed. I stay up till 1 in the morning, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I got to go to bed. Thing's halfway put together. The next night, I start putting more on it. And it's not the actual thing. I think it's just mine. I think mine had some bullshit to it. But whatever. Like, the second night, I got everything except for one arm on. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck, I can't do this. So I took it apart, put it back in the box, sold my fucking Platinum set. And then luckily, the guy I bought it from, who will be coming up later on the show, took it back. And I was really depressed because then I had nothing to play with. But then I got Alpha Bravo. And as much shit as I talk about Alpha Bravo, man, like I had to try him out, man. He's gonna be my personal symbol. Like, he's the only one of the whole fucking line I'm gonna get just because he's Alpha Bravo. He's that fucking he's that G1 background character that you never saw. He's the motherfucker that saved Christmas. He's the one that taught the fucking Ethiopians how to read. Like, he's the one that fucking did the Cantu tribe.
Seriously, I want to get Alpha Bravo. I want to get the weird truck that's not a Stunticon, and then, like, you know, whatever misshapen thing comes from that fans vote thing, and just like piece together what'll be like Autobot X Combiner.
Justin, for every Chip Chase who's standing up in acid rain, there's an Alpha Bravo off screen holding him up.
Oh.
So
that's
all I got.
That was quite an eventful haul.
Yeah, that was. That was it.
Matthew, what did you get this week?
I didn't get it. I got something last week. I got Transistor and I got Invisible, and I love them both. Really.
All right, good stuff.
Wait,
All right.
what? You got what? You got Invisible
Transistor.
and how do you feel about him?
I like them both. I really like them a lot. Hell KFC a little bit, just a little bit.
All right, Diglett. Anyway, sorry.
So, Shirts, hoodie, bumpers, stickers, and magnets. Bobby.
Yes. Real quick. We still have shirts, hoodies, bumper stickers, magnets still available, and we've been selling the fucking magnets like hotcakes recently for like whatever reason.
That
This
Magneto
guy,
shit, man.
wait, no, it's fucking worth reading. This guy, like, okay, so he was super fucking cool, and he asked for a magnet, and I mailed it to him, and whatever. I'm trying to find. Okay, so he wrote me, and he was like, "Dude, my magnet showed up today. I'm super impressed. Had no idea how large it was."
Is this
Go big or go home.
This is I don't
That's
know
what
if
she
his full
said.
name out there. This is no. This isn't even Andrew. Andrew's magnet is like I think somebody jacked it because it's just so fucking awesome. I might
That's
have to
true.
I might have to send Andrew a replacement, but this was my buddy Majid, and Majid I think he owns his own restaurant or something, but like. I don't know. He asked for a magnet. I guess he's got the refrigerator space on his own restaurant to put it somewhere. But yeah, it was awesome. One of my favorite. I know I've talked about this on the show before, but I can't help but do it again. My favorite thing about excuse me, I just fucking how crazy is that? My favorite thing. I'm pretty fucked up actually. I'm coming home from the bar, but my favorite thing about the magnet bits was when we were selling them at TFCon, and some guy picked up a business card. All of our shit said the same shit, but one of it says it says my favorite TF podcast, and it's quoted by your mother. And he was like, oh, I've got to listen to this. And Greg was like, why? And he was like, I gotta find out what the fuck else my mom is saying about you guys. So anyway, my buddy Majid bought I hope I'm probably definitely not pronouncing that correctly, but he bought a magnet from us, and he was just overwhelmed by its size, which is a problem that a lot of Shattercast. It's a problem that a lot of Shattercast members have is people being overcome by its size, and to Majid and also to Andrew, once you get your proper magnet, please post pictures to our Facebook. Please post of wherever you're putting this magnet, because we would love to fucking see it. It is I'm probably Shattercast's biggest fan, and I have no fucking logical place to put a magnet, so it's like the only Shattercast memorabilia that I haven't purchased.
If you kill a man with it, please don't.
Oh, absolutely.
To our Facebook.
Absolutely, you kill a man with it.
Just don't post that
just
stuff. We don't want to be, associated with that. So.
Just to throw a little clarity to what Bobby said about Shattercast size, he's referring to TFCon on Saturday. Matt and I had that breakfast buffet like a couple of fucking champs.
Yes, you guys did.
And the entire room was just like, whoa.
Now, also, the other thing announced what TFCon is going to be this year again.
There is a way. Yeah, we need to get a TFCon America again in 2015. But there is a way for you to win a free large magnet.
What?
How's that?
Justin's going to tell us about it momentarily. But before he does, I want to give a shout out to Mike. I believe his last name is, I'll say it starts with a P. Mike P. I went to a UPS recently to mail a package out, and I put the fucking box on the counter, and he was like, "Are you Bobby Skullface?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Dude," he's like, "I love Shattercast," and went on and on, and I was like, "This is fucking awesome." And yeah, no shit. And I was like, fuck, I wish my wife was here. There's no fucking way she's gonna believe, you know what I mean? Like, I would go back to,
nobody's gonna believe this shit.
Yeah, I go back to the car, like, hey, some guy at UPS, he fucking totally loves the show. She's like, yeah, no, I'm sure, I'm sure he'll be in there next time I go. But yeah, so shout out to Mike, you fucking made my day. But there is a way for you to win a magnet, and Justin, let's tell him how.
Yeah, so if you guys have been paying attention, if you haven't, shame on you and you're a horrible Shattercast listener. But we switched from Podomatic to Podbean, and if the last thing you got in your iTunes was not what you're hearing right now, and instead me slandering the good name of Podomatic, then yeah, you know that we have a new subscription on iTunes for the current Podbean associated Shattercast. So to get everybody over there and try to get us some recognition and stuff, we need people to give us 5-star reviews, and that's where you come in. Be witty, be creative, whatever the heck you want on there, and we will collectively decide who we think is, what are we going with, the best Does it have to be funniest or, just best, most creative review?
That's all around, I guess. Probably.
Yeah, that plays to our sensibilities.
Yeah.
So you listen to the show, you should know what kind of shit we like.
Yeah, someone will determine who's going to be the winner of that, and you will get yourself a free magnet to rule the world and whatever dastardly plan you could come up with this magnet. Because believe me, it is a huge magnet.
You get one for free. You buy the other 3. Put them on your hands and feet. Hashtag Magneto. That's what I'm saying.
And if you're a female and you show breast at all, you automatically win.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
iTunes comment. And there go our female.
There go both of them.
Oh.
Way to go, bro.
You're welcome.
And can I add something real quick before we get started?
Yeah.
If you live in the fucking New England area and your goddamn mom's out shoveling fucking snow and you're videotaping her, you need to put down your goddamn phone, pick up a fucking shovel, be the fucking man that you're supposed to be, fucking sit her inside with some cocoa and clean that fucking driveway, you lazy
I'll
son
tell you
of a
what,
bitch.
if you're a fucking adult, I know, you know what, if you're 13 or older, and
get
you
your ass out there.
Parents, get your fucking ass out there and shovel that snow. It's not their job. It's your fucking job.
And you know what?
It's called character.
If you're not even going to go and shovel snow, at least make a nice lunch. I mean,
at the very least.
Like a tuna salad.
Yeah.
Get your
maybe
punk ass
tuna
out
salad, a hot
and some cocoa.
You know?
Punk ass.
That's for anybody. The Northeast is getting hit pretty hard right now in the blizzard. They're naming snowstorms now. I saw a Pittsburgh dad say, remember when they used to call storms just snow? But I don't know.
Has he been posting videos lately?
Last one I watched was the Jag-Off video. He was watching the video.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. Yeah,
it has been a while. Yeah,
I got that hot sauce. That hot sauce is fucking.
Dude, Pittsburgh dad is my hero. Anyway,
turns out a dude I work with knows him. I had no idea. Yeah, he's from Pittsburgh. He's like, yeah, I know this motherfucker.
That's awesome.
He's like, my buddy knows him real well. I was like, really? Because I had the hot sauce. And he's like, what do you got there? Because he saw me drinking it. And it was like,
right.
I had to try it.
Dude.
He's like, I know this motherfucker. Well, I had nothing to dip it in. I was at a fucking sports convention.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Right.
Pittsburgh dad. Well, I got a bunch of Pittsburgh people around here, so.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of guy that's not a liar. That's not going to be like, yeah, I know that guy. Like, this is the guy that I trust. Like, I'll probably have Pittsburgh dad over for dinner next week.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Thank you, Bobby, for sending me that video that one time.
Oh yeah. There was a few of them. I had to sell you guys on him, but he's great. All right. Without further ado, enough about Pittsburgh dad. Let's talk about fucking transforming robots.
Here's about something that's
never enough about Pittsburgh dad.
Here's something that might not be awesome. Hasbro applies for a GoBots movie and toy line.
Let me just preface this by saying I think it's funny that we said enough about Pittsburgh bad. Let's get on to Transformers, and we start with GoBots. I mean,
in my defense, I did say transforming robots.
I am hopefully excited about this, but I know that it's just going to end in disappointment. So, my guess is Transformers Rescue Bots movie.
Now,
oh yeah, you did for that.
This article on TFW says, from toys such as G.I. Joe to board games like Battleship and Ouija, Hasbro is a live-action movie machine with more live-action movies such as Jim and the Holograms and Candyland down the pipeline. So, real quick,
Candyland.
I know. Just to throw another Pittsburgh Dad reference in. There was an episode of Pittsburgh Dad where he walked in like on his daughter and his daughter's friends playing the Ouija board, and he interrupted them by saying, "Let me tell you something. Only thing that moves on that game is Parker Brothers' bank account."
Hey, Bobby, I didn't get this in before we started, but if you were a real Pittsburgh Dad fan, you would have said robots in that.
Oh yeah.
Let's go on to robots in that.
Yeah, and Yins. All right.
Hey, Yins can have all the robots you want.
So
I'm going to Candyland.
More than likely going to be terrible. I don't. I don't know why they would do this separately, as opposed to just trying to tie some of these characters into Transformers.
I'm telling you, it's because it's not actually
Oh.
GoBots. It's gonna end up being like Rescue Bots the movie or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
So I really don't think that this is going to be the GoBots that everybody now thinks it is. I mean, before Rescue Bots were Rescue Bots, there was the Transformers GoBots, which were the same thing that Rescue Bots actually are, you know? So, yeah.
You know what this is going to be? I just thought of it. This is Transformers 5. And if it gets bad, fucking... Listen, if it gets... This is them covering their ass. And if it gets bad, like, advanced, like, reaction, they're just going to call the motherfucker GoBots and fucking start over again.
Like, I do hope, though, that if they get, if they do this, that they make Crasher the most, like, androgynous robot ever. Because I remember, like, as a kid, like, I used to always be like, is she... I used to make, like, the Futurama face meme. And be like, not sure if a girl or a boy.
Wait, who's the guy that did Knockout in Prime?
I don't
That
know.
should be the one who voices Crasher.
I think when I said it in the chats, I said they're gonna put some pebbles on some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and call them Rocket Lords.
I think I should just email Paul Vanessy at Hasbro.com, who is the person who's communicating about this patent, or this trademark. He's like, so what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
Give us the inside scoop.
Right.
Scoop?
You see
Right.
the way Michael Bay from this movie.
Oscar, I feel like you need to weigh in on this some way.
It's not very good.
The
Top
documents,
notch.
the
Top
documents related to this are pretty awesome. It's just like standard fonts that says "Go-Bots." Pretty awesome. So, yeah, that all they're doing is the claim on the font and size and color, which is a black logo that says "Go-Bots." So, regular GoBots, I don't think had the dash, did it? I don't know.
No,
Maybe
I
they're
think they did.
No.
Not according
maybe
to
they're
the
gearing up to sue DX9/Unique Toys.
Oh, that would be great. They let all this third party shit run rampant.
Except for the GoBots.
They crash and they're like, no fucking way, dude. All
They're like,
bets
we
are
bought
off.
that shit from Tonka, fair and fucking square.
Did you not fucking see our fracture figure? Fuck you.
You sons of bitches and your GoBots.
We nailed it. You guys just
That's
shit all
right.
over it.
And you can have fucking Wreck-Gar, but you touch Psykill and Fracture.
Yeah, all bets are off.
I don't even care if you take
Stole
Optimus
that.
Prime.
right. Prime Shrime.
Oh,
Sacred
bitches.
ground you're treading on.
He's the Lamborghini one, right? No, he's the truck, sir. I don't give a fuck.
He's the Lamborghini.
It doesn't rhyme with money, so
Put
it
some
doesn't
flames
interest
and
me.
wings on that motherfucker and let it fly.
That truck's got to look like it's tearing ass down the freeway.
If you guys make a fucking scooter,
Scooter.
Yeah, there's going to be your Bumblebee for that movie. Is fucking
Oh, yeah.
scooter.
oh yeah, there's no doubt about it.
No, it'll be Bug Bite. Because when Hasbro got when they absorbed Tonka, like when they put out Bug Bite characters, but they changed the color to white because they already had one useless yellow and black character out there in droves. They didn't need a second one.
I love you, Bumblebee. I don't care what they say.
I love Bumblebee too.
I just
No, you
don't
don't.
love most incarnations
don't.
of Bumblebee that aren't G1. That's all I'm saying.
No, you don't.
I like one Bumblebee that's not G1. That's the IDW Bumblebee.
And for just to throw it out there, Scooter was voiced by Frank Welker, who I think we can all agree is beloved.
I really
He's
don't.
gonna-
I really don't care for knowing that information.
He's
Right,
gonna
we
win
voice
this
like
Comic-Con.
everything though, so I mean,
Yeah, I know. That's the only way. Somehow it hurts my feelings. I'm like Megatron,
Well-
Scooter.
We were talking about Frank Welker today. Like he came up, and I was like, "Yeah, he's like the highest grossing actor of like all time right now, or something." Because it came up on some list, and
Yeah.
they were looking it up online. And I went and did some work and came back in the room, and they found this YouTube video, like the 100 voices of Frank Welker, and it was just his video going through all his roles. So it's like, yeah, like if you look on IMDb, his film credits are like 768, and they didn't believe me. And
It's got like the longest IMDb credit listing period.
and they're
Putting in
going
work.
Yeah, it's just this video, and it's just playing different voice clips.
Yeah, like every animal clip of the '80s is him. You know, like any.
Right.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yep.
But he'll always be Megatron.
And if it's a Predator, it's
Yep.
Peter.
He'll always be race dance.
He'll always be Scooter.
He'll always be. What we got next? Anything else? We done with
So
GoBots
after
shit?
that, we basically got some third-party news. Unique Toys Masterpiece Octane.
I think we
Yeah.
should just wrap up the show after the GoBots thing.
Yeah, let's
Like
dig
that.
in. Let's dig into this a little bit. This one to me is like I was initially very excited, and the more I look at it, the less excited I'm becoming.
Me too.
Really?
Kind of missed my Hasbro Deluxe figure now.
His head is so tiny.
It's
I mean, he just out of the triple changers, he's probably one of the most boringest ones out of them.
true.
Because he just turns into a plane and then a truck,
Well,
a gas truck.
that's
That's not really
unique,
fair.
but
Yeah.
his portrayal in a cartoon was like really bad.
No,
I just had
his shit he transformed into is pretty bland.
I think
I
it's
just had to-
it's the backside of this unit that turns me off.
Yeah, that part.
He's got
is
that
just
shark on the back.
It was
Pretty,
just like
pretty much.
there's just like an ensemble. It's like a middle school kids poster board collage of tires and.
It looks a lot like
Turbo
he's
engines.
taking his science fair project diorama. And
Exactly. And then there's like this odd cylindrical bit of business going on. It's just like a collection of things.
Yeah, I with this particular guy, like I think it's creative how it looks like the jet engines will become the truck's wheels. I think that's pretty creative. But it's just like with everything just hanging there, it just looks so bad in the robot mode.
It's going to take a lot of space if he's in robot mode.
That too.
I mean, you're going to have to find somewhere that's just like up top somewhere because, yeah, that's a lot. That's a big wingspan right there, unless you can collapse them or something. But I don't think you can anyways. But
It just reminds me of it's not that I don't want a Masterpiece Octane because I do, but it just reminds me of like the Jeff Goldblum bit in Jurassic Park. Like your scientists spend so much time and energy trying to figure out if they could, they didn't stop to realize whether or not they should.
yeah, I mean, there's so many other MPs out there that a lot of people want.
Yeah,
This is
and
just not. This is not on the want list. If people saying I want an Octane
But like
so bad.
Simple.
I want an Octane.
I want Octane.
Well, I know people want them,
God
but I
damn
mean,
it.
there's other MPs out there that would say you would rather have other MPs than this one.
Sure, but I think that like even if they try to get some simpler ones under their belt to start building their reputation as an MP company. Because
Yeah,
right
but
now all they have is
Well,
invisible. Kind of people are touch and go on that. So like, I feel like if they just like built up their repertoire with just a little bit more of a catalog of easier done MPs, then this one would be an easier one to swallow. But like there's the landing gear, there's the tires, there's the fucking turbo engines, there's the fucking I don't know what that shit is on his heels. There's like.
Do you think they went with Octane because you think nobody else is going to do it? So they're like, hey, we might can sell a lot of figures for this because there's not really going to be a lot of people trying to do this one.
Maybe, but I mean, they did Astro Train too. They might just be trying to go the triple changer route. They might have, like people are pretty excited about that Astro Train, but I think that's off the strength of that character.
Yeah, I feel like with going the triple changer route, like I guess you're avoiding Blitzwing because of the possibilities of him coming, the like rumors about a Blitzwing coming out, right?
Yeah.
So I could see why we would avoid Blitzwing, but I feel like there's other triple changers to go for first before you went for. Yeah, and like I would do Sandstorm. Honestly, like the Generation Spurger is cool, but he's not really like.
If they did an MP stance, like if they did an MP Springer and he looked right.
Yeah,
you'd have people chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So between that type of thing, like I just think there's better choices to have started with than, running straight to Octane.
Question for y'all. Does this look aesthetically like a masterpiece or a chug figure?
Well, see, that's another thing. Like that's another conversation that, like, Greg has really made, like a pretty solid point on, and that is, there's MP scale, and then there's MP design.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
Well, that's what Invisible is, right?
Yeah, I think.
MP,
Correct.
he's that
Scale.
MP scale.
Exactly.
But he's not MP
real
quality.
No.
Right.
And like
I actually tend to disagree with that assessment, but that's whatever. Opinions are everybody else, so have your own. But
I mean, Invisible
Arthur,
just
right,
doesn't,
you're
he doesn't
wrong on it.
transform like an MP. I mean, his transformations is cool, but it's not. I don't think it's MP cool.
I don't know. See, for me, like I always MP. A lot of MP is simplistic design, and it's the unique aspects of the transformation that turn it into MP. Like, look at Bumblebee. Everything about him is simplistic, straightforward transformation, except for that ingenious part where the flap flips in on his stomach and hides. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
yeah,
So-
but and also just like
Well-
the little touches on that MP Bumblebee with like the way that panel wraps around his ankle. Like,
Sure.
I don't feel like those touches are really like present in Invisible.
Well,
See-
and I think, and I don't have Invisible, but I'll go and order that motherfucker right now if I need
Money
to.
bags?
Don't think I won't. But if we're comparing, if we're going to compare Masterpiece Bumblebee, which is, I mean, whatever he costs. So let's say you bought him second, like in the U.S. So he's what, $70, and he comes with that spike. So let's say we knock $20 off that. Let's go on a $50 figure, and that's in the U.S. market. So you're comparing that to how much was Invisible? $100.
Yep.
And he's
Well, about 90,
Waker,
right? About
90. Okay, 90. That's fine. I can work with that. He's what, about Voyager scale, MP car scale.
MP's
And he has the same shit that Bumblebee has, like the hollow wrists and like the same simplistic transformation. I can actually forgive that a little bit more on Bumblebee than I could for that figure, but I don't think that figure was supposed to have been a masterpiece. Like, I don't think it was necessarily supposed to. It was designed that way, but I think it was marketed that way because the new hype, and that's going to come up. I think maybe later this show, maybe next show, we'll talk about this whole masterpiece third party push. I just think that with the hype of like masterpiece scale, like everybody's on that scale now. I think third party companies are starting to market things that weren't necessarily intended to be quote unquote masterpiece, just to try to get their foot in that door.
Yeah,
Or maybe I'm a fucking idiot. Maybe I
well,
don't know.
like there's things like like there's
that happens too.
those hinged hands. Like that's a very kind of masterpiecey thing. Like, so now it could have been an afterthought at the same time. You know what I mean? Like well yeah, we'll just unfucking peg the hand and redesign the hand, and But it does seem like things like that flap on the forearm not being done when there's no real good reason. Like I even though I hate that flap on the forearm not being done on Bumblebee, I do recognize the reason for it. That not that I don't think they couldn't overcome it, because I think that they could, but I see how they didn't. But with Invisible, I'm like, wait a minute, there's no good reason why this shit isn't there.
Yeah,
no good reason at all.
And I
Especially how
can
much you're
agree with
paying
that.
for it.
I can agree with that, but at the same hand, like I with the way like maybe
Yeah,
yours doesn't work, the way the wheels work for me, and that whole mechanism, like that's pretty smart. The way things lock in with the movement of those pieces, so that's the masterpiece side to me. But I mean,
But
it
there's
just
wheels
depends.
but even that wheel assembly is pretty flimsy. Like, even if yours works properly, like the way that it operates, does that feel masterpiece to you?
Yeah, I would say it does. It feels just as masterpiece as whatever else is out there. So I mean, that's just my opinion. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
No. I mean, that's cool.
Ultimately.
I just like there's plenty of like I don't feel like I've ever dealt, me personally, like I've maybe getting. Well, no, I can't even say that. But I don't think I've ever felt with a piece of a whole assembly piece that's so kind of touch and go as that. Okay, you got to slide out the wheels, but you got to slide and kind of turn the wheels because there's those notches inside the plastic, which is a softer plastic and all that. It just seems like a very like amateur in comparison to
Are you talking about Ollie?
Masterpiece. No. It's not Ollie. It's not Ollie. It's not Ollie.
So would
at
you
all.
have been more pissed off if Bumblebee would have been more at the same price as Mirage or Invisible?
Oh yeah.
You know, with the left off, because I think more you give Bumblebee a little pass because he was a little cheaper. Now, if he would have been $90, you probably would have been like, "What the fuck is going?" I mean, why did they do that? That's a waste of money.
Yeah, but even with him being
Fucked up,
cheaper, even with him being cheaper, I feel like Masterpiece is a better designed toy than Invisible.
Right? Yeah.
I feel like Bumblebee is a better designed toy than a lot of third party $100 figures. To be honest, but a lot of those $100 figures aren't coming out saying this is I feel like that word should carry more weight than these companies are giving it credit for.
Can I say something, Bobby?
Sure.
If it wasn't so cold here, and he didn't have so much diecast, I would put this Ultra Magnus up my ass. That's how much I like this figure.
There you go. But
Saying.
take Soar. Soar says Masterpiece on it, and Soar feels like every fucking bit of a masterpiece to me. Even
It also
with
says
his
Dynamite
fuck-ups.
on it. Just
Even with his fuck up. Same with Scoria. And same with there was another even Brawny, I can kinda see it. But whatever, that's kinda getting off subject.
He feels like a Voyager classic to me. What Invisible does, he feels like he's not Masterpiece up there. He just feels like a great classics figure to me. It's just a bigger classic.
I like.
I do too. Oh, I do too. I like the transformation. I like everything on him. The chrome on him, it's fucking awesome.
I think,
but he just doesn't feel Masterpiece to me. I like the rubber tires.
Thing that sucks about that though, and that brings me back to my point I made like a couple months ago. Matt, he feels like a great classics figure, but we got a great classics Mirage like 8 years ago.
I would argue that.
I like the. I'm with you, Greg. I like the classics.
I bet you do, Matt. But I just fucked with that. I don't have classics Mirage, but I have classics drag strip, right? So same fucking thing. And like,
he's totally not yellow, obviously.
right. I fucked with him just to do comparisons for a review, and like I was like, holy shit, this figure's a fucking piece of shit. Like, I mean, like, there's some cool things.
But he's Mirage, though.
But he looks stupid as fuck. Like the robot.
He's Mirage, man. He looks.
No,
the
he's not.
No,
he's not. Man. No. He looks nothing like. I mean, he's the right color. And he's the right.
He fits that. No, yours is yellow and red.
He's got that skinny ass, robot mode. That's Mirage.
Mirage never had a skinny robot
going
mode.
For with classic.
Justin, say it again so we can hear it.
Said Mirage has never had a skinny robot mode.
I thought he was skinny on the show. He's a little skinny.
In fact, my Unique Toys one does not follow their transformation. I leave the spoiler out just to give him a thicker torso. So,
Anyway, we can debate that another time. We have something really.
Bobby likes ratchets and Justin wants it thick.
What?
I said, sorry, my throat's fucking dry because I've been screaming all day. I said Bobby likes them ratchets and Justin likes it thick.
You know
it. I like them thick too.
I like them thick too.
So do we have something else to talk about, or what?
Yeah. Oscar was just heading there.
As always, next on the item list, we have Bad Cube Insecticon set. These guys look amazing. Amazing. This is a G1 figure to me. This is the ultimate homage to their G1 counterparts.
They look great.
They really hit it out of the park with this set.
Something looks really off about Bombshell. Look at his feet. Something is really wrong with those calves down there. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the perspective and shading, but it doesn't. Something's weird.
I hear you. I think that there's one thing that I've noticed that fucking Bad Cube loves fucking panels.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it does look like they're definitely putting some panels to work on Bombshell. But there's still, in my opinion, it's just so easily forgettable with how spot on the other aspects are. Like, the fucking facial expression on Shrapnel, that's what the fuck I want.
Yeah, I mean, I like these guys, but again, the same thing with with Brawny, something feels like the chest looks too thick. Like, the bug modes are awesome. I love the bug modes. I love a lot of the aesthetic, but they just still feel way too thick. I can't figure out what I don't like about them. But
do you think it's too cartoony?
There you go. I was going to ask you that. I think I asked you all that. Is that especially Kickback? His facial, just the way he looks, it looks really cartoonish. They look good. I'm getting them, but I just think they look really. I want to say like animated kind of animation, like animated style a little bit.
Well,
I don't know.
But
There's
isn't that what you want in a masterpiece, though?
Well,
Like,
yeah, but I'm talking about the animated the line. You know, these look like they go with that
Isn't
to
what
me.
they're
I don't
talking.
know.
it's,
Yeah, the
it's
No,
hard to say.
I
Go
disagree.
ahead, Oscar.
Okay.
No, I immensely disagree. These don't have anywhere near the aesthetics of the animated line. These would not blend in well with them at all. The animated line's aesthetics, like, it consisted mainly of very streamlined designs, a style that became popular from Bruce Timm and his design of Batman during the animated series. So, no, these look to me like I would have expected to have bought these things back in the '80s after seeing them on TV.
Okay.
I think maybe, I mean, some of this stuff that I don't like about these may be just the fact that they're prototype colors right now. Like, once we get the black and yellow contrast and stuff on them, maybe it'll slim up, you know, how it looks when it's just all molded gray plastic. But I don't know. He feels just like Brawny, that he's eaten a little bit too many of those Energon goodies, and you know, he could use a little Weight Watchers to get back to his 86 shape. I don't know.
I've heard.
Are these a box set, or are they selling separate?
Well, they haven't said.
I'm sure they're coming together. I mean,
Yeah, well, the only I don't know. Who knows?
Buy one for 90. Buy all three of them for what is
150?
270? Is that?
Can I interrupt just real quick?
Sure.
For Justin, just real quick. Sorry, and this has nothing to do with the Insecticons, but it just happened. So I think it's a sign from the Blues
Shut the
Brothers
fuck
God.
up, shit!
No, you shut the fuck up, you son of a bitch. Fricast running your throat. Justin, you know how you just said that you leave the spoiler on your Mirage or your Invisible because it looks more like G1?
Sure.
Shout out. I don't even think he listens to the show, but I don't give a fuck. Addo in the or Otto, or however the fuck you say his name, in the Cyberfave just posted a picture, and it's invisible with the spoiler on. Just posted it as we were talking, and it says G1 style with the front spoiler fin showing in robot mode. I like it better this way. Fills them out a little bit more, and it looks like the old G1 toy. And
That'd
he
be pretty
posted
cool.
that as you were saying that.
That'd be sweet if I didn't post it last week. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, did you really?
Fucking saw that shit on Instagram and Reddit, man. I mean, come on.
Oh, you rip-off motherfucker. Oh.
But these Insecticons, like, I don't know. I hear you, Justin, that something isn't quite, but like I've also heard like rumblings on the interwebs that the Insecticons are going to be the 2015 Dinobots.
I would believe that, and I also feel
Yeah,
like
everybody-
they are the Decepticons. I think we have the most likelihood of seeing real MP releases on too at some point. So,
Maybe.
you know, like,
What's the remold? I don't know though, because like, what's the remold capability on them? You know, like, or
they could get the deluxes out of them, I'm sure. So, you know, the deluxes are slight retools of the chest and stuff, but the same bugs for three of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them. I like the deluxe ones.
I don't know. I just think like if Fans Project could remold three of them, the proper.
Yeah, but there's a very different aesthetic to that, especially to some of them. You know, like all really. You know, to put it in that masterpiece category, I feel like they'd really have to do some serious retooling. They could probably keep a lot of the engineering, which would probably end up saving on the money. But like, there'd have to be some for them to say like, because they don't really cut any corners. You know, like read corners. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like their size and price point makes them, you know, convenient for a release. I mean, we'll get the Insecticons after we get, you know, the what do we have, like the ice version of Sunstorm and you know whatever else that they have to do first, obviously. But
and are we guessing that these are going to be brawny size?
Yeah, they have to be. I mean, they're actually I would hope they'd be a little bit bigger than brawny size.
I would too, but I got a feeling they're not going to.
I think they will be brawny size, but I would hope they're bigger. So
call 1-800 choke that hoe.
I need these guys to fit good, and more importantly, I need Bad Cube to get their prices in order because
Yeah.
your stuff is too expensive. I'm sorry for what other competitors offer for similar size things. Like you guys really got to lower that price.
What do you think you are, KFC? Shit.
And here's the other thing but here's the question: Are you with your criticisms, which I think are legit criticisms, are you passing on them?
It's going to be dependent on the price. I mean, ultimately,
What if they're $100 a pop, or the whole set, or the whole, which is, hey, you're sighing. I'm telling you, that's a legitimate fucking price for these things, given the company's history. What if they're $100 a pop, $275 for the set?
Fuck.
I would be hesitant to jump in on them right away, just because, like I said, I think that there's other people that are going to be doing it first, and I don't want to throw all my money at one and then later on go, darn, I should have got the other one. But yeah, I mean, so far they look good. I'd be more likely to get these than at this point the Unique Toys Orden figures.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
Do you think that as collectors and everything, we jump into it too quick? Like, just because we're getting these at first, like everybody's like, oh, we gotta get them, and then you wait later, like a year later, a better one comes out, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, because you
don't. But you're just you want them so bad. You want it so bad.
That, but you don't know. You like.
Yeah, you don't know if somebody's gonna make it again. Yeah.
You pass on fucking Fortis or Bovis or whatever one is fucking hard to get now, and now you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, entirely true. Like the stupid feed add-on for Hegemon. Like I was like, I don't need it, and then I'm like, oh, I kind of want it, and they're like, oh, you could have got it for $30. Now it's $80. I'm like, what for feet? Like,
so they got the collector. They got the collectors by the balls. So they put out shit that people want. They know they're gonna want, but later on somebody else may make it or somebody may not. Who knows?
Exactly.
Oh, and Justin, you don't know how right you are. Like that set, the add-on, the feet are awesome. Those fucking heads are stupid.
Yeah, the only thing I want is the feet. I'm not paying $80 for some feet. Are you ridiculous?
Yeah. Well,
he's like, I don't even spend $80 on shoes. You think I'll spend $80 on feet?
No.
That is
go to Walmart and get my shit.
So I don't do the Walmart. I've done the Walmart shoes once. That's a bad idea. But I definitely.
Listening, our PFA for tonight is don't skimp when it comes to your feet. Take care of your feet.
There are some people.
Those Nikes. What's those Nikes?
There are some people in other circles that would pay more than that for feet, but that's a whole nother hobby.
Hey,
different podcast. Different podcast.
Do not.
But if you guys want to start that podcast,
do not go to Costco. Get yourself a pair of Court Classics. Do not do that shit. All right. So moving right along.
We got Mocking Toys debuting a new series.
Yeah.
Looks
like me. Now. So here's the thing. Here's the question. So are we assuming these are Masterpiece series because they're called Master Series?
I don't think so.
You don't think so, Antoine?
I think it's more like chugs,
So why do you think they're making another Chrome Dome? That's my question then.
Wait. Another because made two of the vampires and one company or something?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for all intents and purposes.
At least Masterpiece.
I think they're Masterpiece too.
God damn, Hellfire's fucking beefy. He didn't miss chest day right there. I can tell you that. Hellfire, he was pumping it out.
But I do think that fucking Chrome Dome is a bizarre choice.
Yeah. I think the Chrome Dome thing is super weird because why is he so much bigger? It's not even that he exists. It's just that you don't think so. I don't know. That one picture shows them all right next to each other, doesn't it?
I can't imagine that Chrome Dome would be taller than fucking Inferno. I can't imagine it. They wouldn't fuck that up.
Or was the picture like that just something that was photoshopped that I saw on a site? Because I thought they were. I'm like, whoa, why is Chrome Dome huge?
I know what you're talking about, but I think they were for the design. I think design-wise for that promotional ad, they were trying to make it look like steps, step 1, 2, 3, or whatever, and as a result, we're like, whoa, Chrome Dome's going to be twice the size of fucking Hound.
I see. Okay.
I want to
yeah.
know why. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to know why the helicopter. What was his name? The headmaster.
Oh,
Highbrow.
Highbrow. Why is he
Highbrow.
not getting any fucking
Oh.
love? I mean, nobody's made a
Fans
fucking
Project.
highbrow.
doing him.
he is.
Fans-
Fans Project
Fans
just
Project making.
put up a video, a transformation video.
Okay, thank God, because I want some fucking highbrow love.
Yeah,
Calm
fans-
fuck down, Chip.
Eyebrow
Yeah.
love?
Calm the
How's it
fuck
sound?
down, Chip. But so, wow.
Shit.
What are your thoughts on this, Oscar? You've been quiet tonight. I feel like.
They look really interesting. I'm really excited to see what the Hound's going to turn out. As to the Inferno or Grapple, whatever they're going to make them. Reserved as to the Chrome Gnome, if these are going to be Masterpiece series, and I don't know, I got to see what the final product looks like.
I think it's going to be Masterpiece third-party GDO hotspot, but that's just my.
Hey, was it Robert pointed out that Hound had some elf feet?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it kind of does look like he's wearing elf shoes, and he works in a shop.
I'll tell you what. If
Sweatshop.
Fans Project and Make Toys kind of follow their style of anime-ish, fucking
Yup.
aesthetics in a masterpiece scale, that is going to be something to take note of. That is going to be kind of what we've been talking about recently, how they need to fucking step their shit up. That would be that, I think.
Yeah.
Where's Inferno's ladder at? Is he going to have one?
Oh, maybe they finally made an Inferno where the ladder collapses into a piece that fits into a slot instead of it fucking hanging off his back or his arm.
I think it's still hanging off his
Speaking
back.
of a piece fitting in a slot, I was going to say it's hanging outside your mom's window, but Oscar
It's hanging off the
jumped
back.
before I
Really?
could.
I can see it. It's
It's
like, you see how there's a straight line between his right thigh and his left thigh. There's a straight line.
Yeah.
That's the one side of the ladder. But if you look at Hound, if that's like an accurate CAD design silhouette, I'm just nitpicking for the sake of discussion, but like, do his shoulders look a little low?
Yep, it does.
Oh, where his arms start? Yeah. Yeah,
just
they're really.
proportional.
He looks like he's derpy.
I mean, it's hard to say without seeing prototypes and all that, because it could be whatever. It could be just the angle or whatever, but it looks a little low to me.
Yeah, we'll see. I want to see better pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
there's a decent Masterpiece-esque Hound or a decent Masterpiece-esque Inferno, I am so fucking in. Like, I'm so in. Like, I already spent the rent money. Like, I'm fucking in.
I don't
You
care.
might
We got to
as
move
well
out next week. I want that shit.
Yeah. Like, I'm so in.
and Oscar, if you could go ahead and make Antoine and now Antoine and Greg's day with this next bit of news.
DX9 Legends Cyclonus.
Hey,
Yeah.
America.
This is when scaling like that goes wrong.
What?
Like the Dave Chappelle skit, you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
So it's like you start worrying about scale, and I was like, I want all my figures to be a masterpiece scale, and then I made some exceptions, and then I was like, you know what, I can accept Utopia for who he is, and then this had a whole new fucking scale, and I was like, man, I'm gonna try this fucking Ironhide and Blur. I'm like, man, these are pretty all right. So I got that fucking, I got that Scourge and the Ratchet, and I'm like, man, I can't have Scourge and Ratchet without fucking Cyclonus. Can't have Cyclonus without Galvatron. And guess who these motherfuckers are making in every wave? They're solid, man. They're good quality. Like they're decent, like complexity for the, especially for the size they are. I mean, they're all ball joints for the most part, but I mean that's forgivable. Like there's not a lot of weight on those joints. You know what I mean?
Sure.
The plastic's good. Like they're good for what they are, and they're not really that much more expensive than.
The throne looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, they're not that much more expensive than what Hasbro Commanders or Legends cost now. It's like an extra $8, but I mean, fuck, you know.
Well, they got better articulation in the modern day deluxe class figures, based on the photos you've shown us.
Does the throne Does the figure? My question would be: does the figure come with the throne? Because the throne, I would get the throne just to put Swerve on it.
Now, see, that's weird because was it Iron Factory? Are they the ones doing the blaster and the Soundwave?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, those minions turn into thrones, or as they advertise. So I'm wondering if that's like a little like stab or like some sort of a little.
Oh yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
I wish they put out a fucking 3-pack of sweeps.
Yeah.
Or a 3-pack, 2 or a 3-pack. I mean, they've already made their money from that mold.
Yeah.
They can't recolor it in anything else. 3-pack, so I could at least have and his Armada, or and his Huntsman. Excuse me.
You can get some Shattered Glass ones out of it. Be pink or something.
Yeah, if you're gay.
Ha! Gay.
Gay.
Yeah,
so that does it for third-party news.
No, please tell me no.
Thank God.
Tell me Pink Sweep is not being in the third-party news.
Oh, let's get some fucking Hasbro. Let's go.
And the first beat of Hasbro Takara news is Combiner Wars Superion fully combined. And fuck you, Japan, because you actually have the Aeriobot set.
Yeah. Thank you, Hasbro.
No, thank you, Takara, for saving Hasbro.
Hasbro Takara, it's Hasbro.
Like Hasbro. If this was how Hasbro was releasing this set, I would have gone in on it.
Hey, Greg, guess what?
Guess what,
Greg?
I know it's cold.
Greg,
hey, bundle. Don't get sick. Bundle the fuck up, Chip.
Pre-order.
Pre-order, man.
I don't doubt it.
Pre-order, man.
30 variations of them in the next one.
Yeah, $130 well spent almost. All right, let's go.
Hey, I love Alpha Bravo. You know what sucks about this? Like everybody's
Alpha Bravo in this one.
But Alpha Bravo is the best goddamn thing that came out of this one. I'll say it right now. I love that little motherfucker just because he's Alpha Bravo.
I'm selling Slingshot.
Character. He doesn't hurt my feeling like that at all.
I like the white hands. I like the white feet. If I was that third party company making the third party Slingshot, I'd probably go ahead and pack that up.
Yeah.
I'm selling Slingshot and putting Alpha Bravo on there.
Yeah, Beaver Ball doing that shit.
Yeah, I'd probably go ahead and cancel Christmas.
Pack it up.
Pack it up.
Yeah.
Let's go. Move on.
Pack it the fuck up, Chip.
Yep.
I don't.
Some Alpha Bravo, Chip.
I definitely don't quite understand the why someone didn't see this one coming. Like, why you would even make that kit in the first place. Like, we knew Slingshot had to be coming, right? Like,
I did.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, it's such a fucking departure. It's such a fucking stupid move. There's no way they would correct it. You know, it was like almost too dumb to correct. Like,
I don't know. I felt like it was like easily what was gonna happen. So I don't know. Whatever. It's cool.
Hasbro does not have to correct itself. First of all, I'll tell you right now, you show Hasbro some respect. Yeah. They don't have to correct themselves.
They need
they correct themselves all the time. Like when they fire all their fucking people, that's them trying to correct themselves. Actually,
they need to earn some respect before they get it. That's all I'm saying.
And then all the people they fire end up being part of a third party company.
And you get shit like Ollie. Yay!
No, you get shit
and
like
Tetra Jets. Sorry.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
So you get that fucking tentacle or whatever his name is. That fucking
what?
It's the play with this too. I saw that shit, dude.
Oh, whatever. Hell,
yeah. No, I mean this is the way it should have been done.
Yeah,
you know?
It should have. But. Now
even the pictures, like these pictures, these flat out pictures, like this is what the fucking thing looks like, is more appealing than that Photoshop nonsense they push at every fucking Comic-Con.
Yeah.
It's just true. This is what it fucking looks like, and this looks better than that poor asshole sitting in an office somewhere fucking getting paid $10.95 an hour to airbrush those thighs. This looks better.
I want that job.
Airbrush.
I can do airbrush. Anyway, but yeah, I'm getting it. So whatever.
All right.
And I'm selling Slingshot and putting Alpha Bravo.
I think it looks all right.
Yeah, I think it looks all right too.
I'm buying it.
I I think it only like $10 or $20 more than actually buying the Hasbro versions. If you were interested in this, it's well worth buying. So.
Yep.
I would like to see how they plan on fixing Motormaster now, but I feel like that's not actually going to happen. But
I'm guessing Takara will do a set with that Wild Rider because we're getting the Wild Rider too now.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think that set has more problems than just one missing robot. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, I agree with you. I do, but I also think that this set has more problems. But,
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
You can get medicine for ADD, but you can't get medicine for Down syndrome. I'm just saying.
Right. Exactly. Like the proportions are still crazy, but I think that this is an improvement. I think that for the price point, like that Takara one is a presentable, like that's something to bring to the table. Like here this is for theoretically a fifth of the price.
What I don't understand is how come it always seems, and it's always been this way, like Takara's like, oh, you're doing that, we're going to do it better.
Right.
Like every
time.
Because
I believe they just have more competition when it comes to the giant robot line in Japan.
Yeah.
So that's why they generally have better paint apps and stuff like that. That's just my opinion on it.
I also think that they have more of a respect for the lineage of fucking Transformers. Like, Takara puts out shit in Japan that we import in that's not fucking, quote unquote collector grade.
It's true.
That's fucking G1 and G1, like G1 Optimus and G1 Megatron oriented.
Well, let me say this, and I want to say it in all like sincerity. Name a Hasbro masterpiece that's not created by Takara.
Okay.
Acid Storm.
No. Because that was still created by Takara. I mean, it's still
a mold.
Yeah, like you completely unique. Hasbro made it, and then Takara took it later. Like I can name one.
Beast Wars.
It is not Beast Wars, that's for sure.
What?
What is it?
It's the movie Starscream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that is true. Yeah, that was their idea of a movie masterpiece, was a repainted leader class figure.
So I mean, yeah, like it just even that is not G1 at all. That was, something else entirely. So
true. True, but like I think that like there is this push from Takara to like, keep people in tune to the fucking history of the franchise, and I think that shit's fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like it's like, look, this is good. No, we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be putting out the fucking this and that and the Rat Trap and all that shit. We're gonna do that. But this is where that shit came from.
Yeah,
like I dig that.
And that's why I say I agree. I think that it does have a better respect for the actual franchise than Hasbro does, because being that Hasbro gave all these characters, their names and stuff, and you made them popular, they hardly do anything that would tell you we give a crap about these characters. So
agreed. And speaking of not giving a crap about these characters,
oh boy. Combined Wars Hotspot and Groove revealed. You gotta love the way they're doing like the whole CAD shit, like third party now. So.
Just get
yeah, it's alright. We'll go there next. This fire truck is even crazier looking than
Starcats.
Starcat. It is.
It's almost the same thing.
Why the fuck? I've been looking at this fire truck for a long time, trying to make sense of it, and no, I don't get it.
Hey, I bet you it's fire truck right backwards.
Don't get me started. Oh, you're gonna fuck with my blood pressure. These fucking nerds are out of control. But anyway, yeah, I don't like it.
It looks fucking sweet.
I bet.
Oh, come on now. You like Derpy Derp, but you want to make fun of this shit?
Derpy Derp's fire truck looks like. Hey, guess what? Derpy Derp's fire truck looks like a fucking fire truck.
This could be a futuristic fire truck, Bobby. Have you ever thought about that, Bobby? Bobby?
Well, if that's the case, then the future is screwed.
No, it's not. The future looks bright, and I gotta wear shades.
And people,
That's all I'm gonna say. But I have to wear
$30
shades to fucking look at this shit.
Hail
It's so fucking awesome,
Hasbro.
man.
Hail Hasbro.
I'm wearing shades right now because it's so fucking bright and awesome.
I think
Where's the fucking pre-order at?
That's not why you're wearing shades. It's because of the cocaine, buddy.
This
That
looks
could
like
be too.
this looks like one of those airport Rosenbauer. What are they called?
Crash
The
truck.
Panther fire engines. Yeah,
crash
it looks like it took one of them, and it's funny you call it a crash truck because the back end looks like it got in an accident and lost the back half of the truck.
This looks like it's going to be great in my collection. That's what it's going to look like.
And if you recolor these accurately, you now got Combiner War Technobots.
And I will bring them to TFCon, and y'all can play with them too.
It probably will look great in your collection.
You take the ladder off and you put some missiles on or some big cannons on, and suddenly look, Onslaught.
Hey, there you go.
Or a G.I. Joe truck.
Hey, you're probably a lot closer to the mark than you're joking, Justin.
I am not joking. I am serious.
That's Onslaught. That's Onslaught. There's no doubt about it.
Because Hasbro's smart about shit. They make for the future. They make something, and they're like, hey, we gotta make something else with this.
They're like, let's make something so
fucking
obtuse and absurd we can fucking shoehorn it into everything.
Don't forget to put authentic outside the box, Bill. We don't want the fans to get confused between us and those other guys.
Good point,
Futuristic, Bobby. Futuristic.
We can go ahead and recolor Groove, and we'll call him Delta Epsilon, and he'll be part of Bruticus.
that TFC Groove was so fucking awesome. Yay.
TFC Groove is...
It looked like a retarded Batmobile shit or something.
At least that's a real vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean...
that motorcycle could be a real vehicle in the future? Yeah, it could. Why not?
But it's not. How
do you know? How do you know?
Because it's not. It is not.
You don't know what's going to be in the future. What are you, fucking Monster Fox or something?
I understand that, but the point is that you have real vehicle versus imaginary.
Don't get sucked into that shit, Justin.
I know.
Listen to Matt's argument.
Don't get sucked in my shit. Oh, wait. So we have to get sucked into your shit. But you want to suck, I get sucked in my shit?
Yeah, because your argument is, what if it did look that way in the future? And that's such a fucking crazy. I hear you, Matt.
But that thing on TFC looks so fucking awesome with the fucking 4 wheels and shit.
Matt,
come on.
I'm gonna need you to treat me with a little more respect. Because what if I am the emperor of the world in the future?
What if you are? You know what? I believe that to the fullest right there. I can believe that, man. But that fucking TFC shit is garbage.
Oh my God, my nose is bleeding.
Thank you.
Sorry. I don't think. But the TFC fucking Protectobots are garbage.
They might be. Time is gonna tell, and I'll be the first to admit it if it is. But at least it looks like a fucking fire truck. At least it looks like a fucking bike. At least it looks like a fucking car. And this looks like a bike. I'll give you the bike. I'll give you the bike, Matt, because I will be honest with you. But this to say, oh well, it's a futuristic fire truck is a fucking cop out. Is what it is. It's a cop out. It's saying it doesn't look like fucking anything. So let's say that maybe it looks like something that we don't know about.
Remember those Protectobots you had as a kid? Yeah, this isn't them.
TFC is a cop out. Yeah, that's what they are.
That's your argument.
That's it. Drop the mic. I'm out.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you what this bike looks like to me? It looks like a fat guy took his recliner and stuck a wheel on the front. I mean,
well then I would love that fucking recliner then.
Look, listen to me. Like, fucking my buddy Lenny set up his fucking Defensor, his TFC Defensor recently, and he has the same pieces that I have, and he said the hips were floppy as a fuck. And I will tell you that if I have that issue when I get my blades and I finally assemble, because I don't do that. I don't ever assemble my combiners until I have all 5. It's like a tradition. And if I set him up and he's floppy as a fuck, I will never buy another TFC. I'll be done.
Really?
Yeah, I will be done.
And who said they're floppy?
This guy Lenny. I know he's been buying all the pieces. He's a big TFC fan. He even has the Predaking.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I know. But he's been buying these Defensor pieces, and he did say, in all fairness, he said it might be the weight of the ambulance is so heavy that it, without something on the other side, is throwing it off so bad that he can't get a good setup out of it. But he was not having a good string of luck with his defense sword.
Well, and that kind of speaks to the one thing, like when we were talking a couple weeks ago about third parties and progressing, like TFC hasn't, like they've done so many of these combiners, like by now these stupid little niggling issues should be gone.
Agreed.
So.
Agreed.
Yep. Very valid point. Repetition should have taken its course.
Right, like you can complain fans' toys like, oh, Scoria was too loose and now parts of, Sword are too tight.
So
but
tight, yeah.
At least that shows that they tried to fix the previous issue as opposed to like, oh, it's loose hips again, our combiners can't stand without something else,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I will say this, like I found it hard to believe because Hotspots, have you fucked with him yet, Justin?
Not yet, no.
His thigh joints are like you want to get a crowbar to move. You know what I mean? Like they're fucking stubborn. And so I was like, oh, okay. So they finally got that shit nipped in the bud. And then when he said that he was having not a whole lot of luck setting his up, I was like, oh my god! Like my heart dropped.
Yeah.
But I mean, he also said he did say it could be the balance. It could be off balance, and that's what's throwing it off. Because he said he did eventually get it to pose well and stuff. But he said just initially his reaction was, no, not again.
Mm. Well, I'll look forward to opening it, and yeah, I don't assemble my combiner either until everything's all here. So
yeah, it's like a special thing for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move past this. Let's go to this Transformers Adventure bit, which I must say real quick, I think Transformer Adventures is a much better name than Transformers Robots in Disguise. Just because I think it's less confusing and
no matter how much you polish it, a turd is still a turd.
That too. So we're getting a Nemesis Prime.
Don't care.
And something else. And something else.
Yeah, Now the only one that looks remotely interesting is that animated swoop redeco they did. But the more I look at it, the more I just want to, I don't care.
I do find it interesting that they're doing a scrapper.
I just find it interesting that once again we're taking a bunch of old already released toys and just repainting them again in a way that makes virtually no sense.
They're not even getting an extra shiny bit because even that scrapper's got both his little Target Masters on it.
Yeah. I feel exactly the same way about this that I felt about those Lost Age movie lines. I'm like, well, that's great, but for instance, like what was his name? I can't remember the Bugatti guy who was just Stinger. Yeah, Stinger. Like, yeah, he's just a red Bumblebee, but he wasn't a red Bumblebee outside of the robot mode. So I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Again, I don't care for these at all. Yeah, like I don't understand how animated swoop's gonna fit in here. I guess there's kind of an animated aesthetic, but those animated toys are like leaps and bounds above what these are as far as I see. So
they redid Strong Arm into military colors.
Yeah.
So now she's a social justice warrior.
She imposes her freedom on everybody else.
Yep, just don't wear, anything that would insult women around her, because she'll make you apologize on Twitter.
I don't know, man.
I don't understand it, but I do agree with you. I think that the naming thing is much smarter than Robots in Disguise for the third freaking time now.
Right, exactly.
It's impossible to actually... You have to search Optimus Prime Fire Truck as opposed to RID Optimus Prime anymore, if that's the Optimus you're looking for.
Yep. I mean, basically, I do agree with that name change. It does pop more. It sounds very kid-friendly,
Does Transformers have so many few words that they can put with things that they need to use RID 700 times? I know. Like, it's fine if you want it to be a slogan, but why do you name all these different lines the same thing? I don't get it.
I can't help but think to myself that we're getting this scrapper because we might be getting a Provastator.
You're not going to get a... That scrapper's not going to mean dick about the Provastator.
Hey, why not Transformers Alpha Bravo? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. slash backland or whatever the fuck that fucking
Alpha Bravo Stater.
Yeah.
What's the
Purchased.
guy's name?
Purchased.
Wild Rider. What's Wild Rider's
I
name?
have no idea. I honestly have no idea what.
Fucking off-road or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Totally original.
Yeah, 4-wheel drive.
All-terrain. Combined to form Devastator. Hold on, man. Hold on. Fuck you. I'm a truck. I am not a race car.
I'm just waiting until we get like truck vehicle. You know.
Yeah. This is truck guy number 3, which is how they're going to name the GoBots in the GoBots movie.
Jeez,
Jet Guy 1. Hey, it's my scooter.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm so tired. Oh.
I would say that that's wrong.
Hey,
but
Frank
then
Walker voicing
there are
them.
names like Tank.
Fucking yeah. Their names are about as like creative as like well, you know what? I shouldn't even say that because Masters of the Universe had some creative names, but you know stuff like Painfully Obvious, you know, Merman, you
Manny
know,
Faces.
or Manny Faces, yes, or you know the most recent discovery into the Masters of the Universe, you know, Molar, the dentist. You know, GoBots had
Man.
Coptor.
Hey,
you
Copter
know,
is the bomb, man. I love it.
Psykill and you know, androgynous one. What was her name again?
Crasher.
Crasher, the ambiguous one.
In fairness,
So-
those 3 are probably the best named ones. Besides,
They probably are. Besides Leader 1. Oh, okay.
And Warpath. Warpath was pretty awesome too. So
But yeah, so moving on to stuff that isn't awesome. New Legends, Rodimus, and Skywarp. So fanboys everywhere, you have demanded that you get a modern take on Rodimus Prime thanks to his popularity on the comic. Not only do you get a modern take on this guy, but you get him as a Legends class figure that will plug into Thunderclash, who is also another redeco of Optimus Prime.
this cracks me up. I mean,
So-
like, how bad do people want a hot rod / Rodimus or whatever, and he can't even stand toe to toe with the deluxe toys that the other deluxe cars.
Although
that
he
are
has
designed
the
to go
same
with
amount of articulation as your average deluxe figure does nowadays. This, I mean, even his trademark fins, like, you gotta love that collector's card there. It's got his G1 body, right? All, like, fancy modern art style and shit. And then you got this figure where his trademark golden fins are now his Energon axe, which I'm gonna call it, because I'm fucking
What else would it
classy.
be? What else would it
So-
be at this point?
I don't know, fucking blowhorn.
Yeah.
But so yeah, mind you, you also have the packaging for him has him modern art style as that toy, but the collector's card has him as his G1 predecessor.
The
So-
packaging art has him looking a lot like Ironhide.
It does. I kind of thought that was Transformers Prime Takara Ironhide, but I was wrong, and I feel bad. So this is a giant fuck you from Hasbro, if any. I have stopped caring to collect these. I wanted all the 3 Seekers, but now I just don't give a shit. So,
On a scale from 1 to 10, how bad did this Rodimus hurt?
like a 12.
It doesn't even look like Rodimus. It's like it's a shitty.
It
redeco.
doesn't. It's like a crappy
the movie
redeco of that
style.
tailgate figure. There's nothing good about this at all. There is no need to fucking plug in a car into the chest unless it's on a Menasor combiner. You know, and even then, that car wasn't its own robot.
Yeah,
You
at
know,
least
it was a
it
fucking
makes
drone.
sense. Yeah, I think
God.
this is real lazy.
It is. This is painfully lazy, and they're just cashing in on a popular character, a guy who should have at least been Voyager size.
Well, that's my thing, is that there's like so many like mini bots. Like if they did like, you know, like what were the name of those fucking things that came like in G1? Like they came like 3 in a pack or whatever. There's like real little fucking things. Like where you flip
Micromasters?
Yeah. Like if they did one of those characters in this deck, like you know, with that deco, and sold it, I'd buy it. I'd buy it and I'd have it. I would keep it on my proper shelf. But I'm not. Who wants? I mean, I guess for people that are doing like the, you know, like Greg is doing with this
Hey.
with the third party and
There-
Antoine,
there-
of course.
There is a Micromaster Rodimus, you know, or Hot Rod at least.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm
for
saying.
no, those are the Legends, wasn't there?
Nope, there's one that came with Star Convoy.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Well, yeah,
But,
we were just saying it's fucking ridiculous, and it's an absolute fail on Hasbro's part to even.
The thing that gets me is like it doesn't like if you let's go. the Fantastic Four movie trailer released, and if you didn't show me the Fantastic Four logo and the Marvel thing, I'd have no idea it was Fantastic Four. If you were to not show me the collector's card or the spoiler, I'd have no idea who this character was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You mean the spoiler that turns into an Energon axe? Of
yeah,
course.
like it's not even attached to the character in any meaningful way. Like,
Doesn't even fucking have the fucking exhaust pipes on his fucking arm. Which even in the, hey, look, this looks like Ironhide, box art, has him firing out of there.
You know what? He's going to be repainted all red. It's going to be Ironhide, too.
Oh, yeah, you know it. That or Cliff Jumper, one or the other. Like, hey, this is Cliff Jumper. It comes in a black spoiler. Buy it. Okay, fap. I hate third party.
I must have it.
I must have it. It's my life.
Very bizarre.
This is weird. Matt has said nothing about this.
Yeah, Matt.
I'm done.
Uh-oh. Yeah, man, you're mad.
Hey, drop Michael.
Right, are you getting this, Matt?
I'll get Skywarp. I don't know about Hot Rod.
Yeah, now you have the other ones, right? You have the Acid Storm and the, what is the other ones?
Thundercracker.
Yeah, so it makes sense that if you want to do all the Seekers and the scale.
Yeah.
I have nothing bad to say about the Seekers. The Seekers are fine. Like
they're not great,
but they're not. But they look like the Seekers in both parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
wait. I don't. They're out of reach. I can't fuck with them.
You cannot, Matt?
Yeah, you can. I don't know why they got them down like that.
Okay, all right, cool. Because I was like,
the person who takes the pictures has no idea how to transform the foot.
The Hot Rod, it was kind of a slap in the face of the fans. I mean, that was a dick move. Everybody wants a Hot Rod so bad, But yeah, at least a Voyager, especially a Voyager class. That'd be cool.
And they just did the fucking the mega power action or whatever, where you fucking build a little puzzle figure action figure type Hot Rod. So like their licensing and all that shit should still be money. You know what I mean? Like they shouldn't need to renew it for the sake of renewing it. So it just seems very bizarre.
Maybe down the line, they'll make a Voyager of him. Maybe, hopefully.
That's the saddest part is that's their most accurate looking Hot Rod is that Hero Mash'em shit they do. And it's like you can't even call that a transformer because it doesn't transform in anything. It's just pop one arm off here. And I own one of them, not the transformer. I own the Deadpool from the Marvel line, and it's like they're heavy fuckers. That's all I could say about them.
Right.
Yeah,
Oscar.
all the time.
Oscar.
All the time.
Yes.
It transforms into disappointment.
No.
Well,
I like
Without the
I like
painfully
Cloud
obvious.
Rodimus. I like the Cloud Rodimus a lot.
I thought it looked sharp too.
But $90.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't $100.
It looks
Cloud
$60 good, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good mold they use. Great call.
Exactly.
But again, it's not $90 good though.
I keep hoping that somebody I've seen those eBay sellers that sold Cloud Starscream for $50. Like, come on,
really?
give me an out of box Cloud Rodimus and I'll pick them up. But
You saw them on eBay for $50?
yeah, I presume it's somebody who actually works at one of the Hasbro factories that stole it. But
Okay.
whatever.
how those
I
pop up?
bought it off eBay. I have no idea it could be stolen. So
I would maybe pay $50 for that. I don't know. Just because I like Starscream, but that is a terrible mold for that, and he's not a triple changer. But I may $40 to $50. I may pick him up for that if I would. But
Yeah.
I don't know the Cloud things. We got the new Cloud one, the Hellfire or the Skybot recolor, just Skywarp.
We've seen that before.
Which looks just as ugly and British as his predecessor. So.
You say.
All right, let's fucking move on to a discussion. We'll do at least one discussion topic.
Can real quick, just real time? Can I give another shout out? I want to give a shout out to someone from TFYLP, Insane Galvatron. I know you're listening. The reason I responded to your message, unlike the guy who was ignoring you, is because all your messages shorted out my Skype and just kicked me off the podcast for the last 15 minutes. So that's why I had time to respond to you. So thanks for listening, buddy.
There you go. And I shout out to TFYLP there. That's a good show, man. That's a really good show. So anyway, let's do which one?
Oh, and fucking Galvin, he's the only one who had Wi-Fi.
Damn.
TFCon, if you recall, in the dealer room, his table was the
yeah.
only thing you get fucking internet access on your phone, get a signal. But anyway, sorry.
Shout out to Wi-Fi.
No worries.
Shout out to Wi-Fi.
So, we've had some more discussion about third party taking out small dealers. The Chosen Prime has once again asked people to email these companies, which I have my own views about. But the point is that from what we can gather from just reading these type of blogs and this type of information said by some of these dealers, including Chosen Prime, including Capture Prey, and including OK Toys, is that Toy World and Warbitron are flirting with the idea of just not doing business with these smaller companies at all.
Because they're fucking idiots.
And well, you see, now I can play both sides of the coin here, but I think they are idiots. But I think more, I don't know if they're idiots actually, but to play both sides of the coin, we should, as a fandom, take note of this sort of thing, because if there's only one or two companies that have the distribution on these figures, who is going to control that price margin?
Yep.
What's to stop TF Source from getting on the horn with Joel? Or let's fucking Kurt and Joel. What's to stop Kurt and Joel from getting on the horn with one another and saying, you know what? Let's rack that bitch up another 50.
Yep.
Nothing. The only thing to stop them is these smaller companies, these Captured Preys, these Chosen Primes, these WK Toys, these Toy Dojos, these other, smaller toy dealers saying, no, we're going to sell it at this price margin. And then in order for the big boys to compete, they have to stay competitive. And at this, from a fandom perspective, I think that's that we should take note of that type of shit. Now, from the dealer perspective, like if you're producing a product, like I don't really blame these third-party companies, because if they're producing a product and they only have money to produce 100 pieces, and TF Source and Big Bad Toy Store, who they have a good relationship with, are like, well, I want 50 and I want 50, and then somebody new is like, hey man, I want 10. Well, sorry, I'm only making 100 pieces, and last time in order to give you 10, I had to make 200 pieces, and I lost fucking money. So fuck you. So I understand the third party perspective in it too, but what I don't want is two powerhouse companies having the rights to charge whatever the fuck they want for my toy. That's what I don't want.
I can understand that argument that, like you said, when you wanted 10 pieces, I had to make 200. I can get that. But I think, to just be, so out there with, we're cutting off all business with the small ones, I feel like I don't understand the business move behind it. I could see him saying, sorry, we can only produce 100 this time, and currently... BBTS took 50, TF Source took 50. We don't have any for you. I understand that. I can get behind that. It's confusing to me why you would just alienate potential buyers of your product.
I agree, but I think that Warbitron was... It came out that Warbitron was like, look, in order to buy our shit, you got to buy so many pieces.
Sure.
And then all these companies started getting Warbitron shit. So either they bought the pieces or Warbitron changed their numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember when they were like, that shit fucking a year ago, Big Bad Toy Store, got that quote unquote exclusive, early whatever. And then it was like, they were like, well, we paid for the shit to be made. And then they got such an outcry, and they're like, okay, cool. Well, we're making another run. These are all going to the other companies. It won't happen again. And now, they're at the end of one combiner, and they're starting a second one, and they're doing the same shit again. And they're just not dealing with the small companies. Didn't they get enough, feedback from the last round? Because if they didn't, if that wasn't strong enough, if that wasn't enough for them, then why even bother? Why even fucking, what's the word for it? Fucking honeypot them. Like, why even fucking why even make the concession the first time around? Why not just say, fuck you?
Here's what we don't know. Like, okay, so maybe, maybe because we don't know what's going on behind closed doors, right? So maybe Warbitron was like, look, okay, fine. If you want to get in, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't really have a dog in the fight. So, but maybe Warbitron was like, look, okay, fine. To get in, you got to do 500 pieces. Well, I can't afford 500 pieces, but I guarantee you I can sell you 250. Okay, well, we had to do it in orders in increments of 300. So fuck it. We'll do 250 for you. And then they were like, okay, well, this time we only sold fucking 200 of them, so now we only want to do 200. And they're well, you know what? Fuck you. Because these guys over here, they're still ordering 500. And I lost fucking money on the first go-round, so I'm not going to lose, or not lost money, but lost potential money.
Yeah. When this news broke, how exactly did it come out?
It was Chosen Prime. That's how all this shit is broken. Chosen Prime and Captured Prey. The two of them, I guess they stay in contact with one another. But the two of them kind of make this push towards their customers, and they usually do it in concert. Like it usually goes out on both sites. Like, look, contact these companies, tell them that you buy your shit through us, and that you want them to continue supplying us. But see, I can't imagine these third-party companies. If Warbitron was selling shit to these, toy dojos, these Captured Preys, Dub Ks, Chosen Primes, if they were selling them to them, and Chosen Prime and all of them were having overstock, it doesn't really affect Warbitron's money.
No, not at all.
So I can't imagine that Warbitron would be upset about that. So I have to fathom that these smaller companies are asking for smaller shipments. And then I can understand how they could say, I can't fuck with you, man. In order to fuck with me, you got to get 500 and above or whatever.
Yeah, and one of the problems is...
shit at the beginning with TF Source, though. And now they're all fucking they're all buddy with TF Source. I mean, does TF Source have overstock? I mean, do they what are their? I mean, I don't know. Like, why are they fucking with TF Source now?
I guarantee you that. Well, I guarantee that TF Source is ordering the minimum. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Because TF Source is a major player. Like, they're not gonna lose. They're not gonna lose there. They have to do it. Even if they have to give that shit away in reward points in 10 years, they gotta do it just to stay relevant.
Spend fucking $3,000 and you get fucking half an airburst.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if they have to go that route, they gotta do it because they have to stay relevant. Transformer Source is their shit. Like, and they're a big boy.
It's the Toy Source now, Bobby. It's the Toy Source.
Yeah, I know, but nobody recognizes them as that.
But what's this shit biting TF Source's style? We go buy
right, exactly.
I gotta say something. Hey, Catcher Prey and Chosen Prime, what you can always find? Hasbro stuff. They will always be there for you.
Well, I don't
think that's true either.
Yeah,
they're always got Hasbro stuff. They always have Hasbro.
Hasbro's actually a really shitty toy company to deal with on an independent level. There's a toy company near me that's like an independent toy company. They own a store, like a brick and mortar store. And shout out to them. It's Time for Toys or some shit. Their prices fucking suck anyway. So But it's on Main Street. It's on Main Street in Ellicott City. If you're in the Maryland area, they got a toy store on Main Street in Ellicott City, and their prices blow nuts. So you don't go there looking for a deal. But they have tried to deal with Hasbro, and they can't. They fucking can't, because the amount of shit that Hasbro wants them to buy, they can't afford it. So Hasbro's like, well, fuck you, and is doing them the exact same way. Like, why should I try to go out of my way to send you 10 cases when fucking Walmart is buying 10,000?
Yeah, it was a big deal not long ago, I believe, with Captured Prey when they finally started carrying Hasbro stuff. Like, they made a big deal about that. So,
Yeah, Dub K did the same thing.
They're all lies. You're all liars.
Did I say Captured Prey? I meant Dub K.
Yeah.
You're all liars. Hasbro's there for you.
because Hasbro, like,
they're not getting their shit from Hasbro. They're getting their shit from a fucking. Hold on. They're getting their shit. They're not getting their shit from Hasbro though. They're getting their shit from like a an authorized distributor.
Right.
There you go.
So it's not even dealing with Hasbro. I mean, it's just like fucking. I mean, yeah, like I'm carrying Hasbro product now. I'm buying it wholesale from fucking Entertainment Earth.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like that doesn't mean shit.
Hail Hasbro.
Man, Matt,
Hasbro's-
shut the fuck up.
Matt
Shut the fuck
Hasbro,
up.
Matt Hasbro is one of the worst because like they are so like they're 10 times bigger than Big Bad Toy Store. They're 1,000 times bigger than fucking TF stores. That if I'm dealing with like okay, Walmart, Target, Toys R Us, WK Toys, which one does not belong?
Okay.
Exactly. So like that's who the fucking Hasbro's dealing with. You know, like I would be surprised if the CEO of Hasbro had a fuck's clue of what TF Source even was.
Yeah. The one thing I kind of wanted to bring up, and kind of that devil's advocate thing with, like, you know, why would a third party want to alienate any distributor? But on the other hand, like, we haven't seen the email exchange between we're just told, hey, we can't get this, you know, go ahead and be our army out there and tell them you want it, and, you know, try to force their hand that way. Like, yeah, it very well could be like, well, we don't want to pay for 200. Like, you know, statistically, we only sell like 50 of them, so that's all we want. You know, like a half order or a quarter order or something like that. You know,
because think of it legitimately. Like, I mean, how many people own this shit?
Yeah.
You know, how many people do you know that own a Rex?
Yeah, and then I think, like, unless you can get enough small stores out there to buy in to make like a complete order, which then is, you know, a shipping and logistics issue. You know, like, now you gotta spend this extra time and money shipping it to all these places just to make up for the production cost of the toy. Then, you know, you can't just turn around and be like, well, if you're going back to like the 100 units thing, like, well, if small vendors want a total of 50, you know, you can't turn to like BBTS, who's already ordered, you know, 200 or whatever, and go, well, would you buy 50 more just so we can get these off our hands?
Right.
You know,
Right.
like, you can't do that. So, yeah.
So do y'all ever think that third party will ever be on like a Walmart shelf or a Target shelf?
No.
Nope.
But what I do think is that third party. Like, here's the thing: Capture Prey, Chosen Prime, WK Toys they're trying to make money. Third party companies are trying to make money. All of their objectives are the same.
Yep.
So the ball is getting dropped somewhere. Somebody is not making fucking money.
Yeah. They're not
So-
making as much of it as they want to.
So that's where, you know, like that, like that's where the problem lies. You know, it's like it's. I don't think it's Warbitron and Toy World sitting in a dark room in an office somewhere. And now we will destroy Captured Prey.
Right, like, because it makes no sense it makes absolutely no sense to do that.
It's just
so.
like, dude, I'm not fucking shipping shit to you. It's too fucking pricey for me, and I'm not getting a return. And no, I will not do 22 and a half pieces. No.
Yeah, like, it almost comes down to feeling like when you list a whole bunch of stuff on eBay or something like that, and someone's like, well, if I buy them all together, can I get a discount? And you're like, yeah, sure. You know, like, you can save the shipping here. And they're like, well, I was hoping that I could get, like, you know, the combined shipping and like another $30 off. Like, well, no, like, you know.
What I would imagine is that they would be more fruitful if fucking Capture Prey and Chosen Prime and all these companies talked together and bought larger orders between.
And split it between them.
Exactly, like that.
Yeah.
That's where I think they would end up doing better, because, I mean, everybody's goal at the end of the day on the business side of things is business. It's to create profit,
Right.
and like, I would imagine that they would have more luck on that side. But if these third party companies are just being dicks, like, if they are, like, if I could do my Oscar voice, just doing like no, we're making enough money, we don't need any more, then that is crazy.
Money.
Right.
Push.
That is crazy, and like, you know, like, like sack of cats crazy. You know,
Yeah.
like real fucking crazy.
And
Sack
like
of cats crazy.
it,
You can
it's
sack cat.
Yeah, also known as Tick Out in
Nice.
downtown area.
That's an appetizer. Cat on a stick. Mm.
yeah,
Or
it just
American
doesn't
on
make
grill.
It's a Korean barbecue.
But anyway, we are friends with a lot of these companies, Dub K and
No, we're not.
and Chosen Prime. Well, yeah, friends is probably a bit of a stretch. I'm not sending them a Christmas card or anything, but we are friendly with a lot of these companies, and and we're friendly with TFYLP, and they are connected to Captured Prey somehow. So they are asking that people write these companies and try to persuade them. I'm going to tell you right now, wish in one hand and shit in the other, right? But at the same time, if you want to support these companies, if you've been done right by them, customer service wise, then it makes sense for you to write these companies and tell them, like make mine Captured Prey or make mine whatever, Chosen Prime or W Toys. But
Can I be completely honest?
Yeah.
The writing is not going to make a difference.
I agree.
The only way you're going to show them is with your wallets. And if your wallet is willing to go to TF Source, which I suspect most people who are, in this fandom, they're like, well, I can't get it here, then I'm going to get it here, even if I don't like that, yeah. So you're not going to do any voting with your wallet. You're just going to complain about it on the forum somewhere. And
So what you're saying is the majority of the Transformers fandom are wishy-washy, fair-weather bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I'm get behind that 100%.
And when it comes to the actual cause,
Buttercast.com.
Yeah, but I mean, really though, that's tons of entitled people, and when it comes to being inconvenienced, they'll bitch up and down about it all over the forums, but they won't actually do anything that legitimately has an effect on it,
Yep.
So.
Yeah, because they're not going to say, the amount of people that are going to say, you know what, Warbitron, now Toy World they might, but Warbitron, I am not going to buy your product if it's not through Captured Prey.
Yeah.
Or, if you're willing to draw that line in the sand, and if enough people are, then more power to them. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not, because I want the goddamn toy. And unless these companies, I haven't felt hooked up, like properly hooked up by any fucking body.
Yep.
I've had some good customer service at this company. I've had some bad customer service at this company. I've had some good customer service at that company. I've had some bad customer service at that company. But until one of those motherfuckers is saying, look, I need a fucking solid, and if you do this, then that, well, okay, now I'll work for you. But if I'm not working for you, go eat a dick, because I'm going to get it at fucking Big Bad Toy Store. That's
And it's kind of my, everybody, if you've listened, I'm not a huge fan of TF Source by any means. But if TF Source has a product I want, guess where I'm going? And at TFCon, perfect example was, I really wanted that Grant, that small scale Grand Max. Or, Grand Max. And
you mean that exclusive that you could find all over eBay fucking 3 days later? From China?
Well, that's the thing. I could find it on eBay at an increased price, or I could just go get it from.
It was less.
Somewhere else.
Week later, it was $20 less from China. From the factory. Yeah, I'm just saying.
But the point remains. If the place has it, I am willing to forego my, opinion / dealing / whatever to get the thing I want. And why? Because it's not really important to me. About. I'm already spending my money on this. I'm going to get what I want and not necessarily look out for the well-being of everybody else in the world in the process.
Right.
This goes back to, what was it, 3 years ago when everybody was flipping out around Dark of the Moon time? And they were like, oh my god, Hasbro's using sweatshops. We're going to boycott fucking all these figures. Remember that shit? And, no one was going to buy movie shit. And then all of a sudden it's Transformers Prime toys, January 2013. Everybody's like, oh, fuck it. Gotta get that RC. Gotta get that knockout.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fuck the kids. Fuck Vietnam. That shit's fucking the world away. You know what I mean? It's the same fucking shit.
That shit's fucking far away.
People care. until fucking it's something they
shit,
want.
That
They
shit,
don't
that's
care.
that's a T-shirt right there. Fuck
Well,
Vietnam.
I said that shit's a world away, but yeah, same difference.
Put it on the front. Fuck Vietnam, and on the back, that shit's far away.
That's when motherfucking fucking people were jumping out of the windows. They were putting fucking nets under the windows at the iPhone factories because people were jumping out and killing themselves to get out of that fucking life. Oh
Yep.
shit! iPhone 5 came out. I can get that motherfucker in pink.
Hell yeah.
Fuck human rights. Give me that fucking iOS, iTunes. I can get Shattercast on iTunes. Fuck yeah.
Yes, you can.
You know?
Go to iTunes right now and download Shattercast.
Or Podbean, or
And if I'm
sure.
honest,
Fucking
sometimes
Podomatic- or not
uploading
Podomatic.
it feels like I'm in a sweatshop. I'm just saying. So, you know.
Shut the fuck up, Zingwa.
But yeah, I mean, it's you know, I think that comparing child slavery to fucking, you know, like to these, you know, independent companies not being able to get what they want for what they want may be a stretch, but yes, principle wise, saying you're going to draw the line in the sand, it is the same because you got to.
Oh no. I was comparing it to the Fairweather fucking.
Not having the courage of your conviction.
What? Yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? The convict. Yeah, exactly. The Fairweather fucking conviction and the principles of this fucking fandom, quote unquote fandom. The same motherfucker get fucking 50 cents a day to Sally Struthers and fucking they recycle. They snip their fucking 6-pack rings before they throw them in the trash and whatever.
But don't get me started on recycling.
Still hit that fucking Indian with a bag of French fries. Don't give a fuck. Care if he cries or not.
Speaking of Indians and recycling, when Bangladesh and fucking Hong Kong decide to clean up their 80% of the world's pollution, then I'll start worrying about my 6-pack. But
no, that's Bobby's fucking inner racist coming up. That's that Freudian slip.
Sorry. Anyway, let's do a couple questions because we're running out of time. We have a lot of good discussion coming up for the next couple weeks, including the Transformers versus Star Wars discussion, which I really cannot wait to get into with Matt because I'm positive it's going to be fucking good.
I'm glad I started that thread.
Yes, I am too, Antoine. That was a good one. But let's try to do a couple questions.
No, Star Wars is better.
Fuck Star Wars.
Our good
Have an
friend,
upside down cross for a lightsaber? No, but he should. That's all I'm going to say. Preview right there.
Our good friend Robert asked, which would you choose if you had to choose between getting kicked hard in the nuts and a homeless New York City subway scale shop dropping a nasty wet deuce all over your... Oh, okay. Getting kicked hard in the nuts or having a homeless New York City subway individual dropping a nasty wet deuce all over your feral Rex. We'll start with Oscar.
I'd rather get kicked in the nuts.
Both.
That did not require much thinking.
I can claim my feral Rex, man. The nut shot hurts, man. That's too much, man. Fucking
Justin.
Robert, man.
Oh shit!
I've got a power washer. I'll go with the feral Rex. For that.
You got a power wash.
I've only got one pair of nuts, so I like to keep them intact.
Oh, you could say I only have one nut.
Antoine.
Oh shit!
Nobody kicking these balls.
Look,
My
Antoine's
dick-
not sure. Antoine's not
My
sure.
dick's too big. It shields my balls.
I ain't got no balls.
This is possibly the most, the most thinking someone's had to put into the answer to this
I
question.
know.
I'm not sure what that says about you, Antoine.
What do you got, Antoine? Come on.
Yeah,
Guns in your head. You got to make a decision.
Yeah, dropping whatever it is.
He
Drop a
said,
deuce.
Can I tell you something else? I can buy another feral Rex.
There you go.
Shit.
Money
I'd rather
bags.
buy it. I'd be like, sure, there you go. I'll just go buy another feral Rex.
I'm taking that a fucking Adidas right to these nuts. But Greg,
Let me kick on some Run DMC on my iPhone here.
Greg, what are you doing, buddy?
You said New York City. New York City.
I did.
Hobo?
Yes.
What was
Oh yeah,
Chicago
yeah.
one?
Fuck New York City. You ain't got to worry about that. I ain't getting kicked in the nuts when I get my Feral X shit on, because I ain't never going back to New York City. Chicago for me, motherfucker.
I think I'll take.
Shot
I think I'll take the
Shot
shit
town?
throwing. But man, a wet shit though. That is the part that fuck.
Oh, that's a diarrhea.
That'll
You know,
get
that-
into cracks no matter how
I
much
know.
pressure wash it. It'll
Oh,
dry
you'll
up.
smell that
And you'll
shit
be like,
the
oh,
rest
let's
of the
combine them. Oh, this
All
one's
right.
kind of stinks more.
But he never
Here's the
said
thing.
that I need to take my Feral Rex back. You know, like so that's why
Here's
I'll
the
just
thing.
go
I
buy
probably
another.
would take this. I probably would take the shit on the Rex. But if he
What
didn't,
what I would
if he
do?
if he didn't put in all caps hard for getting kicked in the nuts, I'd probably take the kick in the nuts.
Can I let me tell you what you do. All right, you take that Feral Rex and you buy a new one from BBTS, and then you complain that it smells like shit and you want to return it.
And they open it
Yeah.
back up like, holy God, it does.
They'd be like, damn, this fucking one does it. They write MMC, and then MMC won't deal with Big Bad Toys. Big Bad Toys can't write MMC to fucking get them fucking more toys. Okay. James S says, in the past year, I have got back into collecting again, and the boxes are starting to pile up. The wife wants me to trash them. I'm okay with letting some of them go, but not all. Where do y'all stand on the box issue? Keep or throw away? Start with Oscar.
Throw her away. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
You're a fucking Oscar? God damn.
No,
What you
he
got?
pretty much knows. He knows. This is
So-
trash. They're trash. There's nothing to hold on to there.
Gotcha.
There's a jackass that goes, well, children throw away their boxes. Yeah, well, these toys aren't meant for children, number one. Number two, I invested in these things for what's inside of the box, not for how they're housed. So,
Oscar, I was actually saying throw the wife away. I wanted to get that in before anybody else. But I know your stance, and I agree with you for the most part.
Baldwin.
I keep mine. Sorry.
Most
Most of them.
Why?
I don't know. I like to have everything. I keep the instructions. I have everything. I keep the card backs. I don't know.
You keep the card back.
I'm running out of room. I'm probably gonna start throwing away a bunch of stuff. So
Matt puts on for his city.
yeah.
Justin.
For me, it depends entirely on what we're talking about. Like Masterpiece, third-party stuff, I keep those boxes. Anything that's like just Hasbro Deluxe Voyager, that stuff's gone instantly. Because the way I kind of look at it is stuff that like I almost feel like worthless keeping the masterpieces because I don't intend to sell them. You know, but I kind of keep them just in case. Like, well, like MP Skywarp's a perfect example. Like, I would probably be likely to sell that once I pick up the newer version, and I can get at least like a couple bucks more just because I threw that box in my attic. So, that's kind of the justification I have. But things like the Hasbro stuff, like, it's taken, 30 years for G1s in their box to be worth more than, what they were worth, prior to taking them out of them, or, prior to having them in the box. So, yeah, I'm not too concerned about that stuff.
And Antoine.
Yeah, I would probably keep most of them, like you said, like a masterpiece. But I keep those boxes in case, especially if you're moving, probably keep those. But Hasbro stuff, I'll probably just throw it away. Third-party boxes, throw it away.
Greg, did you have anything else that you wanted to add?
Yeah, no, I mean I keep Masterpiece and third party because you never know when you're going to need to sell your shit in a crunch.
Yeah, that was going to be my point too. Go ahead.
And I mean for Hasbro shit, like if somebody wants to buy fucking Hasbro shit like after the fact, then they're going to pay, the same either way. Masterpiece, that's when motherfuckers want to start going, and third party. Once it gets over like $50, that's when people want to start going. Well, it doesn't have the box.
Yeah.
of course.
You don't have the plastic bag that the additional
instructions came
blaster parts came in. So how about I give you a 30 instead of 70?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sold.
Well, like that's my advice to you, James, is like if you don't plan on moving, then don't worry about it. If you plan on moving, that's a whole other issue. But if you're kind of in your 30-year home or whatever, and you're thinking about boxes and keeping them, if there's some shit you're not gonna get rid of. Like, I know I'm not gonna get rid of Rex. I know I'm not gonna get rid of Hexatron. I know I'm not gonna get rid of MP10. Like, there's just certain things I know I'm not gonna get rid of. If you know it, fucking let the box go, Mac, because it's just fucking taking up space. But if there's anything where you're like, this is really good, but if next year something fucking better comes out, I'm getting that. Then keep.
Or if you're sitting there, oh sorry.
No, I was just saying, then keep the box, because if you're gonna sell it, you're gonna get more with the box.
Yeah, like if you're sitting there looking at Feral Rex and M3 and fucking what's another one? Give me another one real quick. That's out. Hercules, and you're like, man, these are fucking cool, but I kind of want to try crack. And I keep boxes, but
Stupid.
That too.
don't want to try. I kind of want to try White Castle.
That's your only thing you got, Dickwad? Really?
This
I kind of
year,
want to try Hasbro Deluxes.
Try your mom.
Darren.
Try your mom,
G.
but she's my Facebook friend. I hate to offend her, Matt.
Darren,
Oh, you've already offended her, believe me.
She keeps on liking my comments, so
She likes everybody's comments, dumbass. God damn.
she's a very.
That's nothing special.
She's a very pleasant woman, Matt.
but you are.
Darren G, what's the figure you are most
driveway.
hyped? What's the figure you are most hyped for this year, Oscar?
Would have to be
That we've seen proper, like, that we know is coming. Not like
so far. I'm actually kind of hyped for the first aid TFC figure. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. All right. Deluxe.
Combiner Wars.
Really?
For real?
No. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff coming. The Insecticons look pretty good. I'm also looking forward to oh god, what's his name? Fuck. Come back to me, huh? Leo Convoy from Fans Project.
Oh yeah. No, it's from
Perfect Effect.
Oh, Perfect Effect. I'm sorry.
That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one.
There's a couple. There's a lot of stuff coming out. I mean, you just can't pick one thing. There's quite a few stuff coming out.
T2RX6.
Sever.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't blame you. Antoine.
Fans Toy Spider.
Oh yeah, that's mine too.
Oh, the rest of the Dinobots, yeah.
Fans Toys Reflector. That's mine as well. And and Greg.
Spotter, Perceptor, and Star Saber. What did he say? Third party or just in general? I can't remember.
Oh, Star Saber.
He said it just in general.
Oh yeah, Star Saber. Yeah, those are my three that I'm really hoping they don't fuck up.
Comic Dork.
Fuck it up, Chip.
Comic Dork is fucking awesome, and shows us a ton of support. Says, do you ever see Unicron and Bumblebee engaging in a homosexual relationship? Who would be on the bottom? Oscar?
A KFC tape.
Okay.
So there's a threesome. Deluxe.
I don't know, man. It's just.
I'd be mine.
I'd be on the bottom because I'm fat.
T2RX6.
Sure, why not? And it would have to be Unicron at the bottom. Anything else would just be improbable, right? So.
Antoine.
Yeah, I'll go Unicron.
Greg from Mercy.
Bumblebee.
Before we move on,
wait. Why?
Well, because they didn't make a stand for fucking Bumblebee, but they made a stand for Unicron.
I think Bumblebee too, but I think Bumblebee is one of those little guys that got a huge old fucking dong on him, so he's got to be on the bottom.
Well, and that's part of the reason I was questioning the whole thing. I'm like, it does make you question the size of Unicron's unit, Yeah.
That's true too. Bobby
It's like a Metroplex holding an apple.
Bobby Boucher, who's another fucking awesome dude, says, does collecting give you anxiety, and do you gents have any rules for collecting? We've kind of talked about the rules, but it's worth talking about again. Oscar, does collecting give you anxiety, and do you have any rules?
No. Rules: sell something old to get something new.
Yeah, I like it. Deluxe.
No rules. I'll get everything.
That's true.
Piles of
Your
luck.
collection, yes, it's true. I'm going to stop because I don't want to give you a hard time, but that is very true.
That's all right.
He does not have any rules. T2RX6.
It gives me anxiety because there's, nothing comes out for a really long period of time, then everything comes out. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Like, I should have been budgeting better for all this stuff, knowing it was coming. But, do I have rules? Yeah, of course. Like, I'm not going to bankrupt myself in order to get a toy that I can get, a couple months later, for pretty much the same cost. So, yeah, that's my rule. Life first.
Gotcha. And Greg for Mercy. I've skipped Antoine. I'll go back to you, Antoine. Greg for Mercy.
Go back. You can go back to Antoine.
Or Antoine, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, no. The only rule I have is the only collect certain characters. But as far as the anxiety goes,
do you have Alpha Bravo?
No.
I do.
All right.
I'm only collecting Alpha Bravo from here on out. Oh, I thought we were still on me. I'm sorry.
Wait. Do you have Scorn? Do you have Age of Extinction Scorn?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
So is he one of your characters that you like? Okay, so Optimus, Megatron, Scorn.
Well, for the episode where fucking Optimus had Wheeljack build Scorn.
The movie Dinobots are an exception.
Dinobots?
Okay, Dinobots are the exception. Do you have Lockdown?
No.
Do you have movie Lockdown?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you?
I'm gonna crack your code. Antoine. I'm gunning for your fucking code now. We need a new flow chart for Antoine. Great for Mercy. Justin, did you even do one for Antoine, Justin?
Was that? Did I do what? Flow chart? Oh, jeez, I forgot about this. No, I did not. I don't think.
Oh, we might need to do one. Great for Mercy. What's your rules? And do you get anxiety?
No. Sometimes when there's a bunch of shit coming out at one time, I get weirded out. Sorry, I'm repairing Rodimus right now, so I have screws in my mouth. Read into that how you will. Your mom's dick. I do get anxiety when a bunch of shit comes out because I'll buy everything. It's worth me checking it out and selling it back off if I don't like it. Whatever. At least I knew. I'm not just bitching on a forum. I don't know. I don't really get too worried. I mean, I know what I like. I don't buy too many pieces of shit. Like maybe 2 a year, maybe 3, depending on how many X-Transbots figures come out. So
right.
I do pretty good for myself.
I get anxiety. With the pre-order game. Like, everybody was preparing for the March Bloodbath, and the March Bloodbath kind of somehow turned into the December Bloodbath.
Yeah, like the worst possible bloodbath it could be. It's like, hey, you know how you have families and stuff?
Exactly.
Well, actually, most Transformers fans are like, hey, notice how you have nobody in your life? No problem.
Hey, you have a cat.
He said, I have a cat. I have a cat. Yeah.
The Transformer fans are big on cats.
My cat.
But so I do get a little anxiety as far as that. And my rule is pretty much, it's loosey goosey now. The more I collect, the looser it fucking gets. But it pretty much comes down to the G1/IDW and a masterpiece ish scale. And there are some exceptions to that, but that's pretty much where I try to stay. Like I would love to have the Fall of Cybertron. Genesis, like the Mega Supreme. Like I think it looks like the Fall of Cybertron Mega Supreme, but I had to draw the line somewhere, so I'm not gonna get it. But Bobby went on to ask another pretty good question, which was if Takara or Hasbro released a masterpiece version of every. This will be the last one for the night. If Takara or Hasbro released a masterpiece version of every Gen 1 character, would you get them and offload any third-party efforts that were there instead?
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Oscar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
Deluxe.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
T2RX6.
I don't know. This is kind of a dilemma I have with certain rumors that have swirled around, would I do that? And I think if they're superior, sure. But honestly, like in the masterpiece, like quote unquote real masterpiece game, Takara's got some really stiff competition, with like fans toys and stuff. Like I don't know if I would necessarily get rid of a fans toy Scoria or Soar for a Hasbro version. So
Yeah. We're going to get back to that in just a second. Antoine.
Yeah, I'm with Justin. I don't think I would get rid of something like a fan toy for the guy had one made figure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you're on something. Greg from Mercy.
It just depends. It depends on the quality, just like anything else. I mean, I ditch a third party over a masterpiece just as quick as I ditch a official over a third party. So I have no will.
I would say I'm like 80 to 90% on the. I would ditch the third party for the Takara masterpiece. There are some exceptions though, like Justin was saying, like this fans toys. Like if well, let me ask this. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. If tomorrow Takara announced they were gonna do a masterpiece Shockwave,
I'd still love you.
Yeah, I would jump.
You said I still love you.
Who here has Quakewave?
Me.
Justin and Greg. Matt, do you have him?
No, I don't.
Antoine?
Nope.
Wait, weren't you the first person to say you'd sell Quakewave for Masterpiece Shockwave?
I said I would.
Me?
No, I said I would. Ooh, what?
No, I thought Antoine said I would, like right out the gate.
So to Justin,
sorry.
What do you think your chances are that you would offload Quakewave for Masterpiece Shockwave?
At this point, slim to none. I mean, there's very little that I could see Takara doing that would improve upon what I think is already a pretty damn perfect Shockwave. And like the only things I could think of is like, okay, the little hose swivelly thing that was lit up previously is can't be when you swivel it around. Oh, but I guess Hasbro and Takara could do that, but do I care enough to get that? Like, no. So, yeah, probably not.
What about you, Greg?
I'm sitting somewhere between no and shut the fuck up, Chip, on this one. If you wanted my official opinion.
Yes, I do. I do, of course.
Okay, then that's about where I'm at. Fuck no, I wouldn't get rid of him. Quake, I mean, he's good enough. Like, and with the rumors that we're getting Shockwave next year, like, he'd have to be something fucking special.
He'd have to be something special. Like, I can't foresee it. Like, that's a tough one for me to come to terms with. Like, would I put out another $200 for a figure that I'm not sure can really be topped, at least in all aspects?
He'd have to be like a whirl repaint for me to fucking ditch Shockwave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I got one for Cloud, man. If you really want one, they got Cloud.
And with that,
what is this Cloud
that's
you
the joke.
Of?
That's the joke, Matt. Matt, that's the joke.
I know it is. That's why I said he has a Cloud. Yeah, okay.
So for the rest of the people that ask questions, I greatly appreciate it. We're going to keep them in the notes and kind of do them as time. I just don't want to have this be a 3-hour show and then not have any questions next week. So we're going to keep these in the notes. We will get back to them. Thank you for the questions. And we have plenty of more discussions. We're going to talk about the third-party KO world that's taken the world by storm with fucking combiners and all sorts of other shit coming out. And what does that mean? And, all those sorts of things. We're going to talk about Justin and I are going to go to war over the Fans Project exclusive and whether or not it was smart or dumb. And we're going to go. We're going to talk about third-party snobbery, which we're seeing a lot more of. And we're going to do Transformers versus Star Wars, where Matt and I will be at each other's throats. And we're going to talk about how third-party is kind of taking a turn towards masterpieces. Those are all in the upcoming weeks. As time allots with news. And with that being said. Oscar, take us out of here.
As always, you can go ahead and look us up on Facebook at facebook.com/ShatteredCastUncut. You can look us up on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, the whole nine. We are everywhere. Just Google us at Shattered Cast Uncut. Be sure to just go ahead, just follow us. Make sure to check us out, man. As always, for the sake of Primus, please collect responsibly and take care of yourselves and each other.
You've been shattered.
All right.